The final category for induction is the Players category. The Players category recognizes outstanding achievement by players, male and female, in both box and/or field lacrosse. A player must have been inactive as a player for 5 years to be nominated, and a maximum of 4 players, 2 East and 2 West, are inducted each year. Our first player to be inducted from the class of 2020 grew up and played minor lacrosse in the lacrosse hotbed of Peterborough and fashioned one of the greatest junior careers on record. He played from 1984 till 1988 with the Peterborough Maulers Junior Club, leading them to Minto Cup victories in both 1986 and 87. Along the way, he posted seasons of 55, 59, and 68 goals, was the All-A Junior A League's top scorer in 96, 86, and 87, and finished third in scoring in 1988. For his efforts in 1987, when he racked up 167 points, he was also awarded the Dennis McIntosh Memorial Trophy as League MVP and was named Peterborough's Athlete of the Year. Over his 5-year Junior A career, he amassed 564 points in regular season games, a 5-point per game pace, and added another 172 postseason points. At the conclusion of his junior career, he played 11 seasons of major lacrosse with Peterborough, Six Nations, and Akwesasne, winning Mann Cup titles in 1995 and 96 with Six Nations, and 2004 with Peterborough. In addition to his stellar box lacrosse resume, he had a very successful field lacrosse career. He attended the University of Maryland, Baltimore County from 1990 to 1994, where, in addition to finishing 10th on the Division I college's all-time assist and points list, he was named an All-American in 1993. He was also a part of Canada's national team at both the 1990 and 1994 World Cups. Although he's deservedly being inducted tonight as a player, it would be doing him an injustice not to make mention of his exceptional coaching record. He has coached at the NLL level with several teams, at the Senior B level, and most notably at the major level, where between 2004 and 2013, he led his hometown Lakers to 5 Mann Cup victories. He has and continues to have a truly remarkable career in our game and has been honored with selection to both the Peterborough and District Sports Hall of Fame and the Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame. Tonight he completes his Hall of Fame hat trick, Jamie Batley.
Well, congratulations, Jamie Batley. Who would you like to thank for your induction into the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame?
Well, thanks, Pete. I first of all want to thank the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame organizing committee for all the hard work they do, and also want to congratulate and thank all the fellow inductees for 2020 and 2021.
So who are some of the people that supported you in your early days and later on in your career?
Well, you know, first and foremost, I want to thank my family, you know, my parents and my siblings for getting me involved in lacrosse and staying supportive all the time. And then, you know, later on when I have my own family, a lot of sacrifices with my kids and family life. And so, you know, I want to thank them for their support. So
tell us a little bit about some of the coaches you had early in your career that kind of kindled things for you in terms of lacrosse, and then later on in your lacrosse career.
Yeah, when I was younger, you know, before tyke age, Butch Downer, who lived around the corner, Downer family, lacrosse family, so he used to pick me up on Saturdays and take me to the rink when I was younger and help me when I was really young. And obviously my dad, you know, and my brothers helped along the way with that. And as you know, I got into junior, Johnny Martin, Danny Dunn, those guys were, you know, they coached me in tyke and in junior. So, you know, I really want to thank them for, you know, all the work they did with me in that area. And then, you know, later on when I was in senior, Les Wakeling was, you know, I thought was a really good coach, and you know, I loved playing for him, and he was a player's coach, so you know, he was a major influence in my life.
Tell us about some of your greatest memories. You had a lot of them.
Yeah, you know, back when we were in midget, I think 1980, we went to the Canadian Championship. Back then there was teams from all over, and we were a B team and got bumped up to the A team, which was good, and then ended up winning it. So, you know, that was a pretty amazing memory. And you know, in my junior career, out in Coquitlam and in 1986, and winning my first Minto Cup, you know, it was kind of a really special event out there. Played against great teams out there. You know, the Victoria team was phenomenal then, and then, you know, my first Mann Cup in Queen's Park Arena, you know, playing for Six Nations against the great New West teams, and you know, it was a phenomenal experience, and something I truly treasure, those three experiences.
So you got championships under your belt at the junior level, senior level with Mann Cups, and then it's off to pro lacrosse. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I got a great opportunity down in Syracuse, my first pro team I played for, and was able to play with some great players like Paul Gade and Del Halliday and Chris Pratt, those guys, and become friends with them, you know, lifelong friends and that stuff. So it was a really amazing time. And, you know, I do want to also thank all the players that I ever played with. I mean, obviously it's a team game and a team sport. And if you don't have the support of your team, teammates, then, you know, things would be pretty tough. So, you know, throughout my whole career of ever playing, I want to thank all those players for being supportive and good teammates.
So after a great playing career, no surprise that you got into coaching. Tell us about some of the stops you made behind the bench.
Yeah, and you know, I coached quite a bit, you know, 10 years in the pro and lots of years here at the senior level, but you know, you can't do it by yourself. There's lots of coaches, you know, I have to thank, a lot of assistant coaches along the way that helped out behind the scenes, and you know, that's you know, a tribute to them that I'm going in. But you know, a lot of good coaches along the way I coached with, and you know, was able to coach senior level and you know, for a number of years and be successful and coach in the pro league and for a number of different teams. My first gig was in Colorado. Yep. You know, Steve Govett, who is one of the inductees here, hired me, and you know, one time in 2004, he was coming to see me in the summertime. We were going to talk about scouting and those kind of things. And, you know, that was the year Peterborough had the flood, you know, the day before Steve's coming. And, you know, we have the flood. So we didn't go golfing that day, but he sat on my couch, and, you know, Madison Batley, my daughter, was there. And, you know, she was really excited to see a new face in the house. And she was on his back like a, you know, like a monkey and licking his face. And so, you know, you guys are here tonight, so maybe you can stand up and say hi to each other.
It's a pretty good story. Is there anyone else that you know, just want to mention here tonight, Jamie?
Yeah, I think a lot of times in our sport, there's people behind the scenes that really promote the game, and they often get missed. And one of the ones is your dad, Gary Dalladay, who, you know, I wanna truly thank for, you know, his 50 years of you know, being on Czechs TV, promoting the game of lacrosse and being at every event. And I know your family played lacrosse, and he did as well, and he was a big supporter. So, you know, 50 years of promoting lacrosse in the city of Peterborough and being involved is, you know, definitely want to thank him.
Well, tell everyone what you're up to now. What's keeping Jamie Batley busy in the lacrosse world?
Yeah, I'm with the Halifax Thunderbirds as an alternate governor, working hard for them for about the last year. Which is great, but also being involved in the Peterborough Lakers alumni. We started Lakers alumni about 4 years ago, and trying to get you know, some of our old members together. But just as importantly, you know, one of our mandates was grassroots lacrosse, and obviously that's one of the things. Being a Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame member, you know, we should be actively doing that, and you know, we are doing that with this group, and I'm proud of it, and trying to continue that tradition of Peterborough lacrosse, but also new lacrosse players in general. I just can't thank people enough that run Hall of Fames. Like, we're in the Peterborough District Sports Hall of Fame, and it's volunteer run, and the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame. I want to thank those people that are always around the Hall of Fames, working to make it better, doing the behind the scenes work. They do a great job, and you know, it's an unpaid position, so it's interesting, and they do great work, and I want to thank them, and again, want to congratulate everybody who's being inducted in the hall today.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamie Batley.
Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. Thanks.